How's it going, guys? Okay, I'm hungry. I'm trying to get my dinner together, so I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in just 1 minute.
All right, what's up, Nublets? I'm back. You will have to excuse me. I am going to be eating and drinking while we do this because, as I said, I'm hungry. But well, Abby gave me some noodles, so I'll be trying this today. Oh no. Hold on, let me go get the thing. I don't even know what these are called. Hold on. All right, in today's food testing videos, I will be trying the Shin Ramyun. I don't know. It's supposed to be spicy. I added some chicken to it. I guess that's technically beef and mushrooms, but I had some chicken because I had some grilled chicken, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, no one cares. Okay, let me catch up. Yes, Corbin, we really need to know all of the drugs because that's only on the flashcards on Schoology. Okay, yeah, well, you need to know them. All right, cool. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna eat and, you know, wait for you guys to ask me questions. Sana, you just missed review, so just remember you will still be expected to take the test tomorrow, because we just reviewed. So you'll do fine. I'm pretty jazzed about these noodles, I'll be honest. Still waiting. Abby, we'll see, Abby. I haven't tried it yet. Hold on. You guys are gonna. Oh no. I'm gonna mute myself while I slurp this down, waiting for you guys to, you know, ask me questions. All right, Abby, these are pretty good. I don't even like ramen, like not ramen, but the little fake ramen packs, but these are pretty delicious. Okay. I can, Hannah, thank you. Okay, I can go over Gestalt psychology. Dasal has a question about everything. Nope. Won't do that. Can we get some practice problems? Okay. Okay, let's I'm gonna start with Hannah. So Alex is back. Once again, his loneliness is real. Okay, so Hannah, Gestalt psychology. All right, so remember, Gestalt psychology was put together by those German psychologists, and their basic idea was, hey, we have this entire world. There's so much stuff going on. Okay, there's so much stuff going on, and we need to be able to. Oh, hold on, my dog is knocking off my cord. We need to be able to condense it down, make it simple for ourselves. There's way too much happening, way too much going on. So, so let me pull up. There's a couple principles you need to make sure that you know. You saw them on your quiz. Some people got them wrong. So you have, let's go to, okay. So basic principles here, okay. Organized whole. That's the entire idea of Gestalt psychology. Two major things: figure and ground. Figure, the thing that's in front of you, the thing that you are focused on, what you're looking at or what you're hearing and paying attention to, what you're smelling, the taste of food that you're eating, that you're focused on, that I want to eat right now. Okay, and then ground is everything else. It's just the background. It's the things that are in the background, and your focus will switch in and out between those things depending on what you are paying attention to. Okay, after that, we're going to run into these grouping concepts: the perceptual tendency to organize stimuli into coherent groups, and then we just have these 5 concepts here: proximity, similarity, continuity, closure, connectedness, and you're just finding areas where in the world we are just trying to make things simpler. So we pull these things together. We similarize things here. We want things to make sense, and we want things to work together. There's so much going on in the world that our brain is just trying to process that stuff to make it simpler for us. Okay, Hannah, can I get a thumbs up? Does that make sense? Are we good with that? Are you Gucci? If you need me to like re-explain anything on that, just let me know. So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna take a bite before I move on to the next thing. What's up, Fadi? Okay, awesome, Hannah. No, Fadi, it would take way too long to watch all the videos. They're all like an hour long, and oftentimes I'm just kind of rambling on stuff. So it takes too long. I wouldn't do it. Okay, Josh, remember when we were talking about dissociation? Okay, so we're talking about hypnosis, and all it's saying is it's this concept that you're one person, you have one mind, and while you are under hypnosis, your mind is split. Okay, so you have your mind here. I'm going to use my little things, chopsticks. Okay. And so one part of your mind is over here doing this. The other part of your mind is over here doing this. Like, so when we were talking about pain control, Ernest Hilgard, okay, you have your brain is like, well, I'm in a tub, or someone's cutting into my foot. I should feel a lot of pain. But then the other part of your brain is just like, oh no, this is fine. It's not a big deal. Like whatever. And so you have that split, that dissociation, that splitting of the mind, which allows us to, focus on things or deal with pain. That's the big part of dissociation. Okay, Josh, throw me some thumbs up if you got it. Okay, somatosensory cortex and motor cortex. Okay. Okay. Is when the mind is like split. Good job, Corbin. Ooh. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I got a bunch. Okay. Josh, remember, somatosensory cortex versus the motor cortex. Somatosensory cortex is in the parietal lobe, that front half of the parietal lobe, and it helps us deal with our sense of touch. Remember, we had that homunculus where they had huge hands but like tiny knees or whatever. This is just telling us how much of our sense of touch is here. So this is really hot to my finger, but I put like my elbow in here, and I probably would not sense it as much. I would not feel as much heat or pressure. That same thing. We felt a lot of pressure here, but we didn't feel it there. Okay. And then your motor cortex is just the opposite, but how much maneuverability do we have with our fingers and hands? So my fingers, I can do lots of different stuff. My elbow, I can do this. Okay. So that's somatosensory versus motor cortex. Okay, perceptual set and non-REM 2 versus non-REM 3 and 4. Okay, so perceptual set, remember, this is your the way that you, like, your background tells you, like, helps you explain what you're going to understand or how you're going to perceive something. Okay, so in the example before on the quiz, you had this is not going to be perfect. I don't know if you can see this, but you, let me see if I can, okay, but you had this, oh, this is backwards. No, okay, that's fine, you get it. But your perceptual set, your background, your understanding lets you know that this like this TE with something in the center, that's most likely going to be an H, because you know that, you know the English language. But this and this are the same thing. And so the same thing is happening here. Your background knowledge tells you that if you have a C and you have a T and something in between, that's probably going to be cat. Okay, so that's your perceptual set. Your prior knowledge, your past experience is helping you understand the world that's around you. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's okay. Non-REM sleep. Remember, non-REM sleep. You have stage 1 of non-REM sleep. The person is not technically asleep yet. They're falling asleep. Stage 2, they fall asleep. That's like, boom, that person is asleep. And remember, one of the key factors of non-REM sleep too is those sleep spindles. So you have those theta waves, and you have those big bursts of activity in the theta waves, and that's when the psychologist is like, okay, that person is definitely in stage 2. Stage 3 and stage 4, what waves are happening in there? What's the big one? Delta waves. Delta waves are the long, slow waves that are happening, showing you that you are in deep, deep sleep. Okay? Rishi, give me a thumbs up if you got that. So actually, no, you should be cold, but you're not actually feeling it under hypnosis. Yes, good. I'm not. I have. That's beautiful, Alex. Guys, I'm just rolling down the comments. Do we need to know the history and approach of stuff? No, you do not. Peyton, I don't know why Alex is like this. Do you think that it will help? No, I already answered that, Fadi. Bless you. Did I sneeze, Hannah? Did I sneeze earlier? Is that why you said bless you? Okay, hold on. I need to take another bite, guys. I'm really hungry. Okay, Mr. Monk, may I come in the morning tomorrow? Yes, you may come in the morning. Fadi, you need to make sure you get sleep tonight, bruh. Okay. Non-REM sleep 1, you'll have alpha and theta waves. Not Dasal, non-REM sleep 1, you'll have alpha and theta waves. I'm sorry that you guys have to see me eat. Actually, not really. This is delicious. Totally worth. I'm going to eat more often. Can we go over non-REM sleep, alpha, theta, and beta waves? Ooh, sorry. Aria, did I explain that already? Give me a thumbs up later down if I've already. I already explained that. I already talked about that. Let me know if you need anything else. What is the medulla oblongata for in the reticular formation? Remember, those are both part of keeping you alive. Medulla oblongata specifically is like breathing and heart rate, and the reticular formation keeps you awake. That's your alertness. Corbin, non-REM sleep 2 definitely does not have delta waves. That's only stage 3 and stage 4. Because remember what you have happen is the person is falling asleep and those waves are getting lower and lower and lower. Theta waves is the beginning when you start to really fall asleep, and delta waves is that low, like slow, like super down into sleep. And then we jump back up when we get up to REM sleep with those beta waves. So no, non-REM 2 sleeps do not have delta waves. Not a lot, Josh. One of the things I did not stress enough was the names, and I need to go back and do that, especially for those that are still, those of you that are still. Fadi, I'll be honest, probably a better use of your time would be to watch the crash course videos on the thing. I think those would work out better. You can try it, but like I said, there's a lot of like dead space where I'm just umming and people are asking questions or whatever. Watch a crash course video and then make a decision. It's easier for you. You need to know the drugs. You need to know how they interact with neurotransmitters, what they do. That sheet that you guys did before, you're going to need to know that. If you get hit in the reticular formation, you get knocked out, right? I mean, it depends. If damage has been done to your reticular formation, yeah, you'll be knocked out. Yes, Corbin, that is a good answer. Okay, cool. I'm caught up. I'm going to real quick pull up the. Oh, I didn't post a stream. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on, let me post a stream to Schoology. What have I done? Can you overrate different ways we fail to notice things and stuff like that? Huh? Oh, are you talking about change in intentional blindness? I can do that in a second, Aryan. Yes, just so I can explain that in a second. Okay. Need to rename this. Okay, so I'm getting YouTube. Okay. Okay. So whoa. Okay, Aryan. Okay. Intentional versus change blindness. Okay. Only difference. Intentional blindness is it's right in front of you. It's always been in front of you, and you just miss it. So that is the walking down the hallways and missing the colors of the floor tiles or the locker rooms or the lockers or whatever. So it's missing those things. That is intentional blindness. What is always there? Change blindness is something changes in the middle. I'm having this conversation with you, and then halfway through, I like get up and disappear or put up another slide, and then I put on like a different headset and no one notices or something like that. That would be change blindness. So you're focused on something else, something changes, and you don't get that change. That's change blindness. And that's because, and both of them are because of selective attention. You're focused on this delicious ramen and then you miss everything else. So that is change versus intentional blindness. Okay, 5 phenomenon. I'm disappearing from sound while I chew, so you guys don't have to hear me chew. Okay, so when we were looking at the 5 phenomenon, basically you just have flashing consecutive lights, and all that's happening is your brain is processing them as movement, but it's not movement. They're just flashing in consecutive order. Let me. I'm just trying to get it like an image or a video for you. Let's see if this works. Okay, let me share this real quick. Okay, so what you see here is this is the 5 phenomenon. It looks like this little white thing is going around in a circle. It's not. It's just a bunch of randomly flashing, and that gives us like animation and videos and stuff like that. Allows us to see those kinds of things. Okay, that's the 5 phenomenon. Okie dokie, artichoke. Okay. The perception stuff, like studying in the room, you learned it. No, that is not perceptual set. That's context effects. Studying in the same room is context effects. Corbin, phi is when, yes. Yeah, you explained it, but where would I label that? What waves and what stage? Okay, if you go back, if you look at your at that sleep chart, that tells you all of the different stages and all the different waves. Delta waves, stage 3, stage 4. Arya, I'm answering your question. Delta wave is stage 3, stage 4. Stage 2, you have theta waves. Stage 1, you have alpha and theta waves. And then REM sleep, you have beta waves because your brain is super active. And that should be on your on that little sleep little packet thing that I gave for you guys for notes. It should be on there. So. Okay. Okay, so Amra, who are you? Amra? I don't know who you are. Amra, when you tell me who you really are, I'll answer your question. But as of now, you are a person that does not exist to me. Okay, Jason, please explain the function of parts of the brainstem like the medulla. What, all of them? Jason, you got to be more specific. Which ones do you want? The medulla deals with your like just like staying alive, breathing and stuff like that. Which ones specifically do you want me to go over? They're on the list. I mean, they don't like they're on the packet or whatever that I gave you. There's nothing like fancy about them. So here, let's go to Schoology real quick. So if I show you, okay, so if you're looking at this is the medulla, cerebellum, pons right here. Okay, medulla functions, controls breathing, blood circulation, blood pressure. Pons, okay, areas of the nervous, it helps in regulating sleep and arousal. It's another one that deals with arousal. Okay, I mean that's what you need to know. Cerebellum. Okay. Do I have another one that talks about it? Let's see. That's good. That's fine. It's all there for you. It's pretty cut and dry. So let me know if you are struggling with something. If you need me to explain one of those again, Jason. Okay, Arian. Fatima. Oh, okay. Hello, Fatima. Why do you have an old account? Okay. Don't ask questions. Okay. Okay, hold on. I haven't had a bite yet. I want a bite. Hungry. Okay, Fatima. So, activation synthesis theory. Remember, this is a dream theory, and basically all that's happening is your brain is going to randomly activate during the night while you are sleeping, and it's going to mimic what you would actually be doing in real life. So, if you were throwing a punch at your arch nemesis, whatever parts of your brain that would be active as you throw a punch are going to be active in your dream, or are going to be active. And because you're paralyzed, you don't do those things, but your brain processes that information and you have a dream about punching someone in the face. Okay? So that's the activation synthesis theory. Remember, random is a big part of it. Okay? Okay. Because you honestly can't read your notes. Fadi, you're killing me, son. You're killing me. Fadi. Look at the biology of the brain vocab. That should have some some stuff on the neurotransmitters. That'll have all of the different neurotransmitters. So if you just look at the top or at the side, it'll tell you like this neurotransmitter or whatever, and then you can go and find whatever that neurotransmitter is. So I'm trying to find one. Oh, come on. Where are you? I'm having to pull up the PDF. Go dopamine. Oh, look at the neurotransmitter chart. I don't know what I'm going crazy. Fadi, use the chemical structures of the neurotransmitter. Read over that. That'll tell you pretty much the basic stuff that you'll need to know for your test. Okay. Kinesthesis versus vestibular sense. Remember, major thing. Kinesthesis, body parts. It's letting you know that even that I'm not looking, I know that my arm is waving over here. I don't need to see it in order to do stuff. Okay. Vestibular sense is your balance. Ooh, there we go, Desal hitting it up for me. Corbin's helping me out. Thanks, guys. I'm trying to keep up. Appreciate it. Okay, what's the difference between proximity, similarity, closure, and connectedness? Just think of them as words, Peyton. Like, what's the difference between proximity and similarity? Things that proximity is talking about how close two things are. Similarity is talking about how similar things are, like how much they look alike. Closure is like this idea that your mind wants to close things off and like pull them together. Okay, I could see where you could get like closure and connectedness together, but connectedness is like it wants like things that are tied together are together, and closure is like those really weird pictures or whatever where you have the triangle that looks like three Pac-Man on the outside, three Pac-Man dots on the outside, but your mind wants to see a triangle. That's closure. All right. Some people requested questions. Pretty similar, Fadi. There's no FRQ on the quiz page. You don't need to know about agonists or antagonists on the quiz. You are Gucci. All right. Let's ask a question here. I know this is just. I don't know how I want to do this. Which of the I spelled depressant wrong, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. Which of those? Alcohol is correct. All right. What are dreams according to Freud? Why do we have dreams? What's the purpose? What's his theory? Yep, wish fulfillment theory. Thank you. I was eating. Fadi. Haha. Sorry. Yeah, Fadi, it's the 24-hour sleep cycle. So, hello, Teddy. Okay, so let me give my dog attention. Okay. Let me. Nah. You don't get any of that. I had another question in mind. Just tell me what you have a person that is constantly falling asleep. They can't like control their sleeping habits. No matter like how they try to stay awake. Often when they get really stressed out, they fall asleep. What sleeping disorder does this person have? No, Aryan, you don't need to know when we are most active. Good, narcolepsy. Okay, next. What is the, what part of, thank you. What part of the neuron helps speed up transmission? What part of the neuron helps speed up transmission? I'm trying to eat. Can I eat now? Okay, I'm gonna eat. Myelin sheath, very good. Okay, what part of the brain helps with moving transmissions from different parts of the brain to other parts of the brain? It's like Grand Central Station. Ooh. Ooh, we got some people not 100% sure about this one. Thalamus. We are looking for the thalamus, not the hypothalamus. Remember, the hypothalamus's job is to it controls the endocrine system. It helps you with like chewing and swallowing, and also deals with your sense of reward. Thalamus. Okay. What neurotransmitter deals, if you have too little of it, deals with what's the name? Alzheimer's. If you have too little of this neurotransmitter, you'll end up with Alzheimer's, or it's a sign of Alzheimer's. Acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is what I'm looking for. Good, good, good. Yep, dopamine is Parkinson's. Okay, so good cover, Peyton. No one will know about that autocorrect. Okay, so which lobe of the brain is right here? No, Fadi, I'm not going to give you examples of the hardest question. Son, I'm coming after you. Okay. What about this lobe of the brain? Frontal is correct. What about this lobe of the brain? Okay. No, no, no. What's this? What part of is this? What lobe of the brain is this? Very back. Deals with your sense of vision. And then on the sides, what lobe of the brain is on the sides? Okay, so frontal deals with our emotions, it deals with our fine motor movement, it deals with our judgment, it deals with planning. Parietal lobe, sense of touch, several other things. Occipital lobe in the back deals with vision. Temporal lobe deals with our hearing. Okay, so next, I had a question. Oh, what if there is damage to the Broca's area? What is a person not going to be able to do? Damage to the Broca's area. What is a person not going to be able to do? Okay, or what's going to be the problem? Personalities, Aryan. Okay, I'm going to go finish this and wash my dish and get some water. So you guys answer that question. I'll be back in a second. Excuse me. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yes, move your mouth properly in order to speak. Yes, specifically, guys, is that mouth movement, okay? Frontal lobe. Sure, I can give you more questions on neurotransmitters. Okay. This chocolate milk is really good. Okay. Yep. All those things are true. Okay. More questions from the teacher? Okay. Questions on neurotransmitters? Uh, So I'm trying to give you like a, not just asking you a question, or not just asking for a thing. I'm trying to get a. Oh no, what happened? Okay. Okay, what is the major difference between dopamine and serotonin? Or just tell me, what is the difference between those two? Whoa, this exploded. Hmm. Yep, lack of serotonin is going to oftentimes deal with its depression. Yeah, serotonin helps with like the sleep cycle and just digestive system. It's another thing it does. Yeah, inhibitory can be both inhibitory and excitatory. Yeah, serotonin is inhibitory. Um, what else can I find question wise? Let's see if we can get some old tests. Okay, what part of the brain deals with what happened? Oh no, my stuff went away. Okay, what part of the brain um, deals with the sense of reward? What part of the brain deals with the sense of reward? (9:15). Yes, thank you, Corbin. Yes, too much dopamine can cause schizophrenia. Yes, the hypothalamus. Good, 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 good. Not the thalamus, hypothalamus, hypothalamus, hippo. Um, okay, so let's talk about some of the brain imaging stuff. We skimmed over that and we haven't had a lot of time to talk about it. Which brain imaging technique? What's it called? Is used most often when a person has some sort of damage um, to their brain. It's like the first thing that they do. No, you don't need to know where the limbic system is located. CT scan, very good. Yep. So the MRI, remember, is pretty expensive, and so we are not going to use an MRI first. MRI gives you a very good picture of what the brain looks like, and tends to be pretty expensive. The CT scan doesn't give you like a super good picture of the brain. Let me pull up pictures here for you, so you don't need to be looking at my face. Excuse me. Okay, so okay, CT scan, CAT scan. Okay, so this is gonna show us just a very simple picture of the brain using X-rays. Okay, doesn't give us a good picture of like all the different shapes and contents of the brain, but it's really good at helping us just pick out like normal damage, like we said earlier, tumors. Okay, MRIs give you a beautiful picture of what the brain looks like, all of the different tissue materials, and it shows you all the different. It allows you to see all the different shapes. So we need that. We'll use that when we need a more in-depth look at what's going on. Okay. Yeah, EEG is the cheapest, Corbin, but that doesn't give us a picture of the brain. Remember, the EEG just shows us wavelengths. So if I've been bonked on the head, like I don't need to know what my brain waves are. I need to know if if I've got damage somewhere, if I've had a concussion or something like that. So we won't use an EEG. But you're right, EEG is the least expensive, and it is the most it's non-invasive. It's not going to mess with anyone. Okay, so okay, next, what is, when you are doing a PET scan, what's like the major difference between a PET scan and like an MRI or a CT scan? What's the big difference between those two things? There's a major difference that you need to know between PET, not like what happens, but like what is a person doing in a PET scan versus someone that's on like a CT scan or an MRI? No, that's what a CT scan uses X-rays. Yeah, it does the radioactive glucose. Yeah, shows brain functions. So PET scan inserts radioactive glucose. It shows the brain functions. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, so they're going to be awake. They're going to be like moving around and doing stuff. Oh, can you remember this? Or oh, can you do this for me? So yeah, actively think while you're doing that. Okay. Yep. Good. Okay. Cool. What is retinal? I don't need to. Yeah. What is retinal disparity? Thanks, Corbin. They have little duckies on them. See? I don't know if you can see that. They have little duckies. They are cool. Difference between the two eyes does what? Yes, gives us depth perception. The brain is taking the two different pictures that our eye gives us, left eye picture, right eye picture. Our brain takes those things together, gives us one vision, and or one view of the world. And the difference between something, my cup over here is closer to my right eye than my left eye, helps me tell how far away it is. Yep. Okay. So when I am hearing sound is coming in through my ear in the form of sound waves. It hits my eardrum, and my eardrum begins to vibrate. What is that process called? What is happening there? Like that process of turning the sound waves into vibrations. What do we call that? Transduction is what I'm looking for. By the way, Abby, ramen was delicious. Very, very good. Sarah, we need to know everything about drugs. All of it. It's all fair game. How do they affect the neurotransmitters? Very specifically, that's the big one. What are they like? What do they fall under? Are they or what's the word? Are they hallucinogens? Are they are they depressants? That kind of stuff. That's what you need to know. So that's the big stuff. The big stuff. Yeah. Ramen is bad for you. You are right, Fadi. You are right. There's a whole lot of. I was looking at the sodium content. 920 milligrams, 38% of your daily value. So, generally speaking, though, Fadi, you don't rub it on other people's faces. It's not very nice. It was very good, though. You just jelly. You didn't get one. Yes, just not the dried stuff. Yeah. Normal ramen's good. All right, 9:14. I will ask a couple more questions, and then I'm going to bed because it's past my bedtime. Yep. Yep. Yes, Jason. That was correct. Talked about selective attention. We talked about what is the purpose of the corpus callosum? What is the purpose of the corpus callosum? No, Fadi, I am not sending you any more questions. Yep. Connects the two hemispheres, sending information back and forth. Oh, Abby, there was no feeling of guilt here. I was just, I didn't have a lot of salt today, so. Yep. Good. Boys and girls. Okay. Which endocrine gland good job, me. I was so ready for this. My face. Which endocrine gland regulates your energy and your potassium? Not potassium, metabolism. Which endocrine gland regulates your energy and your metabolism? Well, we need to know brain scenarios. Yes, Arjun, of course you will need to know brain scenarios. You'll need to know all the brain scenarios. That's how most of the questions will happen. You play the league, you get plenty of salt. What stage of sleep do we get? Night terrors. Night terrors are stage 3 and stage 4. Night terrors are stage 3 and 4. What? I don't understand your question, Aryan. Parathyroid gland is the calcium absorption. I don't know what you're talking about water content. Can I go to bed now? It's late. You guys have any last questions? Like I said, the parathyroid gland secretes the hormones necessary for calcium absorption. Whoa. Wait 1 sec. Good night, Alex. No, Jason. Good night. What does the pineal gland do? It's not on your test. Don't worry about it. I want to go to bed. You're welcome, Abby. Corbin, every day is suck up to Mr. Monk Day. Yes, but the pineal does help with growth. So should I watch the crash course videos, and what from Schoology do you most recommend I look over? At this point, Fadi, it'd probably just be best to look over the lecture notes. Watch the crash course videos, look over the lecture notes, and go to bed at 10 tonight. Oh no, you get to sleep in. Go to bed at like 11. Pituitary gland also helps with growth. It's like the main growth one. Yes, you will need to know the glands, Sarah. And sleep stuff, yes. Okay, good night, everybody. You guys are fantastic. Make sure you get to bed tonight. For those of you waking up at like 6, go to bed at 10. Get a good night's rest. You've spent some time. Yes, I will be there tomorrow morning for you guys if you need me. So please go to sleep. Enjoy your day. What is that? What is what called, Aryan? Context effects. Context effects is why you're coming in tomorrow morning for tutorials. Okay. Good work, everybody. Goodbye. All right, hold on. I should try this again. Goodbye.